Hey guys, this is Lex here from Bored at Work, and today what we're going to do is do a full review of the Lenovo N308 all-in-one device. Now this was announced in CES 2014. Pricing at the time wasn't available, but it has been released in late February and is now available in March for an astounding price of $350. When it was first launched, it was $450, but the price has gone down. The device is not very well known because of what it represents. This is running stock Android 4.2.2 on a 19.5-inch HD display. Now this software isn't tailored, it isn't edited, it isn't added on top skins from Lenovo or anything like that. This is pure stock Android. Now the resolution isn't 1080p. It is a little bit pixelated. The resolution is 1600 by 900, so you're getting a pretty decent display on this 19.5-inch size, but you're not getting anything crazy for that price range. Now you do have a front-facing camera here, which is 720p HD recording, so it does help with video calls, things of that nature. I'm just going to unlock it here just so we don't have anything locked. As you can see, just by me playing with it a little bit, it is very smooth. Now this is just the overall of the device. I'm going to get down into the software and all that good stuff later on in the review. But in terms of specs, this is running an NVIDIA Tegra 4 chip, clocked at 1.8 gigahertz, which is pretty astounding for that price. The NVIDIA Tegra 4 was announced late last year, and it is a beast of a processor. You will get no slowdown times or anything in terms of lag with this all-in-one. In terms of the operating system, like I said before, it is running 4.2.2. So it isn't running the latest in Jelly Bean. And what I'm going to do is I actually have the Google Launcher APK sideloaded onto this device in order to make it look like KitKat. But I'll show you the actual ROM that it comes with in terms of out of the box. Now in terms of the display, like I said before, it is LED backlit, so you're getting very good imaging in terms of wherever you put it. Now as you can see here, this isn't attached to any adapter. It has an internal battery pack that makes it go about 3 hours, depending on your usage, off the power adapter, which is pretty great. I mean, you're getting, when they say all-in-one, you're pretty much getting that. You're getting a tablet, a desktop, and later on in the review, we'll show the accessories that do come with the device. Total memory is 2 gigabytes of DDR. Running at 16 gigahertz, so again that adds to that speed. System graphics are still NVIDIA, but you have 72 cores of GPU, which is pretty badass. I mean, gaming on it is like no other. You can actually, because it does have Bluetooth, you can attach your wireless controllers, things of that, if you're interested in doing so. And you have a 1-year warranty on the device, so if you have any problems with it, you're not satisfied, you can get yourself helped out with that. Anything happens to it. So let me turn around the device a little bit just to show you what you're getting. As you can see here, this is the stand that it comes with. Now this is foldable. You can actually fold it up. It's very stiff in order to actually keep that desktop name in there. You do have a speaker at the top. You have the power button with the volume keys. The placement I thought was a little bit strange at first, but when you get used to it, because of how thin this is, if I can actually show you this way, it's very convenient to just tap it like almost like a cell phone. And just tap it on and off in terms of the lock screen, and the volume keys are right next to it. I've gotten used to not even looking at it over time. Now, alluding to that whole tablet perspective, you can actually lean it down like so and play air hockey games, things like that. I mean, you can actually read documents. I don't know if anyone want to do that per se on a daily basis, but either way, the option is there, and Lenovo has given it to you. Turning the device like this, you do have an assortment of ports due to the fact that it is a desktop computer. See here, you do have a micro SD slot. Now this is all SD card slots. You have the big, the small, the micro, and the mini. It takes them all. It takes adapters. As you can see here, this is the actual adapter for the power outlet in order to keep this thing up and going off when it's not off the charger. You do have 2 USB 2.0. I do wish it was 3.0, but at the same time, you are paying $350, so you really can't expect too much. And currently what I have plugged in is the wireless keyboard and mouse adapter that goes with this, which you'll see later on in the review. Now I'm just going to put the kickstand back down, like so, and turn it back around. This is the black variant. There is a white variant. Lenovo were the guys, so I want to give a shout out to those guys for sending it out to us. I do appreciate that. But overall, in terms of hardware, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels very well built. The bezels, they look big, but you don't get used to it because this is a 19.5-inch display. that has OK imaging. Guys, now this is the actual keyboard and mouse that comes with the Lenovo N308 all-in-one. For 350 bucks, again, this is adding a tremendous value to what's already a bargain price for an all-in-one tablet desktop. Now the keyboard itself, it does actually have custom keys for the Android interface. You won't be able to see it clearly with how tiny these buttons are, but I will run you through it. It does have playback and go forward and back keys for music. It does have a Bluetooth button, wireless button, brightness buttons, as well as a app drawer key and an internet key and settings key, as well as a multitasking key. These are all very convenient. Now they do use the FN toggle in order to actually activate those, but I found myself using them a lot, and not so much the touchscreen in order to change certain settings in the Android 4.2.2 operating system. In terms of the actual, I guess you would say, quality of the keys, they are chiclet. They do work very well. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And it's actually pretty nice design. As you can see here, there's a Lenovo here in the back. I'm actually touching and messing around with the tablet in the background. Forgot to disconnect the Bluetooth. But overall, the quality of it is pretty good. I found myself typing out papers continuously with no problem on Google Drive and Google Docs. The only gripe I do have with this keyboard is the shift key. For some strange reason, they do make the actual arrow keys more prominent here, which means that I'm confusing the arrows and the shift key, which would be one actual chiclet key on a regular keyboard. That truly is my only gripe, but even has a numbers lock, numbers pad over here with volume keys also here as hardware buttons and a lock button here on the side. So you're getting tremendous value for a device priced at $350. This is also the wireless mouse that it comes with. Now this, I wouldn't say it has the same grade of quality as a keyboard. You can tell that it's very cheaply made, but at the same time it works. There's no problems with it. Now, the only issue that I do have with the mouse and keyboard with this all-in-one desktop is the fact that it doesn't necessarily work completely well in the operating system. Android wasn't really made for mouse and keypad, so there are certain instances where certain apps don't utilize the scroll key here at the top, as well as certain aspects of scrolling through pages, but you'll see that later on in the review. Okay guys, now what we're going to do now is do a software rundown of the Lenovo all-in-one. Currently, I have the Google Launcher APK sideloaded as my home default. I only did so because after using the initial 4.2.2 software that comes with it, it's not so much tailored for the size, and sideloading Google Launcher APK definitely helps with the experience. Having Google Launcher ready accessible to you just with a swipe or saying, "Okay, Google," things like that. It helps with the experience, and using Google Now with a desktop in mind is tremendously better, or tremendously better than I thought it might be. It totally enhances the experience, and with the NVIDIA Tegra 4 chip inside, it's definitely extremely better to do it with that. But what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go into settings, go into apps, and go down to the Google Launcher. And I'm actually going to uninstall it. Okay, and now we're going to go home. And now it's all gone. I can't say, "Okay, Google," that's no longer accessible to me. And this is the default software that comes with the Lenovo all-in-one. It's still smooth, extremely smooth. You still have the Google search bar up there, but you don't have those convenient services like Google Now, "Okay, Google," and just having Google Now readily accessible to you over there. Now the launcher itself is very ice cream jelly bean like. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, you do have a 19.5-inch display. It's very convenient to see these icons at this size, and you do have your multitasking. Everything works just like it would on the phone. There truly is no difference in what Lenovo's approach has been with this Lenovo all-in-one. Going here, as you can see, you do have your widgets. Everything works the same way like it does on the device. Now you do have your actual notification panel here on the right, and if you go here on the left, you do have your notifications. Everything works seamlessly. I wouldn't expect Android to run so great on a screen this size and to use it as an everyday thing. But having apps that run based off the internet are pretty great. Now I'm going to go to YouTube here. As you can see, it just blows up the app. There really is no difference from the phone to the actual all-in-one. Everything works the same way. I'm going to click an example. Preferably, I'm going to go to the Bored at Work channel just to support the cause. So we're going to do Bored at Work there, and we're going to listen to our guy Thunder E and see one of his reviews. Okay, now please do forgive the data speeds. I am currently in a Wi-Fi desert. The Wi-Fi is fully connected, but the data speeds aren't that great. So we're not going to be able to play that video. Oh, there we go. Now I don't know if you guys can hear the volume, and again, it's still having issues. So I'm just going to disregard that and go back to the home screen. Overall, the volume is pretty loud. I do have an enclosed spot for where I put my desktop in, so the volume is kind of rejected back to me. But overall, the speaker in the back does really well. Now, in terms of the mouse, I'm actually using it here in the background, so it doesn't cause any issues. Here's me using it to go from the home screen. It's very fast. I'm using the actual scroll wheel to do this, and it's working just fine. I'm going to go to the Google Chrome, and this is where Google Chrome really shines on a screen this size. I'm going to close out all these tabs here, and using this coinciding with the keyboard is a great experience. Checking your mail, doing things like that, having your notification panel show you different notifications. It just works. I wouldn't expect it to work so well, but Lenovo actually saw this as an opportunity to showcase what Android can do in any format that you want to use it. In terms of widgets, again, all I'm doing is putting my cursor over the widget, and it's scrolling pretty well. I wasn't expecting a kind of experience like that as well. Again, you can do it as well in the app drawer here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just show you certain apps that don't work so well in this type of format of Android. I did mention this earlier in the review, but using an app like Clean Master, I'm pretty sure people are familiar with this app. It helps with deleting any bad apps or cleansing your cache on a periodic way. I'm going to click it here, and as you can see, the rotation automatically goes towards horizontal. I have no way of controlling that. I've tried to disable it, enable it. I've tried to, and even the mouse works the same way. It's very frustrating at times. It still looks great. Having it blown up actually makes it look very beautiful, but at the same time, it does not work well with this. To showcase another example of how the wireless mouse and keypad doesn't work so well with an app, this is Google+. Now I'm going to bring the mouse here up front and use the scroll wheel. It's not scrolling. When I'm on, for some reason, certain apps don't allow this to work. I use the touchscreen sometimes to do this. But again, this is an actual mobile operating system, so if you click and run it, it scrolls just like a phone. I found myself using this more than any other, which is very, very ironic. You do have everything accessible to you. Certain apps look great on a blown up screen. One case in point is Feedly, which is an RNS reader app. News looks great on this. GIFs work, all that work. News works. It's very fast, very streamlined. Work all is red. And having the side toolbar works very, very well with this whole type of format. There you go, using Google. It works well. You do have your cards. You can actually hold the home button here and go to Google now and use OK Google, and it works that way. But again, I mentioned previously the Google Launcher APK kind of works better with just doing it from the desktop screen. Netflix is awesome on a display like this. Now, in terms of resolution, you're getting clear images, but you're not getting great pictures. Using an app like Twitter, for example, the images come out very grainy, very blurry, and Twitter really doesn't do well in adapting to the screen size. I find myself just using my phone to check it. But that's understandable. All these apps are not optimized for sizes like this. It's just the way it is. But for $350, you're getting a 19.5-inch HD display. You're getting a NVIDIA Tegra 4 chip. You're getting a tablet and a desktop, which has an internal battery pack that you can move up and about with no issues whatsoever. You are getting Android 4.2.2 stock with no added additions. Lenovo has not touched this. And now they do have specific apps like LE Upgrade, which helps you upgrade the software whenever it is available, which is on the latest version now. and they do have a file manager, but that is it. They don't have anything else on this device. You get a full desktop browser. Now, don't get deceived by Google Chrome. It does look great. It looks just like the desktop computer, but at the same time, it does not run Flash. If I was going YouTube, or if I was go to, I guess, say Netflix, it does not work. And using third-party browsers from the App Store, it just doesn't work seamlessly at all. I would recommend that you just suck it up and understand that you're not going to get Flash video via the browser on a desktop like this, which is a huge letdown. But I mean, it's the price to pay for the price tag and just for something that's very new and innovative like this Lenovo N308. Would I recommend buying this device? Yes, thumbs up all the way. Tremendous value for almost a steal price. Brand new, you get white and black, and you get something that's an eye popper. I've had a couple people come through and look at it and say, wow, what is that? And they touch it, they use it, and they really can't stop using it after that. Be sure to like, share, favorite the video. Be sure to comment down in the section below, and always remember to live your entertainment very well. Shit.